All right, good start. Goes along with the intro, I guess. Son of Alrighty guys, here's a video of how to install a vacuum canister. This canister is meant for engines with bigger cams, because bigger cams usually means less vacuum. Therefore, if you're running a booster setup like this over here, the zinc setup, then you will have less braking power. But I'm doing it because my brakes are great and everything. They're good, I suppose, but I want them to be better. I'm just giving this a go. It's like $45 on eBay. It comes in black, I think zinc, and then chrome. They're all pretty much just the way you see them right now. Choose the area in your engine bay to mount. And my chose right here. It's a little cluttered, but I don't know. I couldn't find any other place really to put it because my hinges are in the way, or that's too cluttered up there. Yep, step one, location. I chose that area for multiple reasons, like I said, but mainly because it's close to the booster, and of course I dropped my fitting, so. Yeah, definitely, you can choose whichever side you want to install it on. That copper fitting comes with it, with a kit from eBay. I recommend using thread tape, of course, for obvious reasons. This hex fitting came with it as well. Like I said, you can choose either location. I looked up to see if there was an improvement of installing it differently or a different way, and I didn't see much anything that stood out. So it's kind of up to preference of where you locate it. Yeah, when it comes to the grommet and the check valve, both on the booster or on the canister, if the grommet is too big or is loose or whatever, you can run electrical tape around the check valve and that'll seal it pretty well. Yep, and I'll probably point it out later, but this is where I recommend running a vacuum line. Some setups it's off the carb, or some, for me, it's off the intake manifold and off the vacuum ports there. And you run it up and along like I'm going to show here in a minute, and that end connects to the check valve. And the vacuum hose, 3/8 I believe, runs off of the booster, connects to the copper fitting. Basically I just reused the hose that I had running off the engine for my brake booster. There I am pointing how it goes. And I mean, obviously I would use high quality everything, and of course when location I would put the booster closer, or the canister closer to the booster as possible. You definitely want to use good clamps. Tighten up real good, make sure to eliminate any of those vacuum leaks. There's not any specific tips or tricks that I can put in this one when installing it, but it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, next would be the test drive. Heck yeah. Tell a little bit. Pedal wants to kick back harder. That's nice. Hard brake test. That's good. Yeah. I mean, I want to say the braking is braking, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to brake what it's going to brake, so depending on how your setup is. But I do feel a harder push back on the pedal. I'm unsure how much of that is, you know, vacuum per se. I mean, I noticed a difference after adding the canister, so it has to do something, but front disc and rear drums, so they're going to do what they're going to do. I have a new master cylinder, new technology, and it's new. And I've got a universal zinc dual diaphragm brake booster. So, but I just wanted more pedal feel, and I think I got it. Plus, quicker response, so I like it. I think it's all right. So far, so good. Highly recommend it. $45 on eBay. Thanks for watching, guys.